Alright, howdy folks. It's early morning. Just getting set up here. Gonna do some tomato seeds and cucumber and squash. So it's early morning. It was a little chilly this morning, but it's like 45 degrees. It's like perfect. Today I'm just gonna be doing these two flats using this black gold seed starter, which I used on my other lettuces and onions and stuff, and I like it so far. It's really thin and rich. Right now, what's in the bucket here is pretty dry because it's been sitting in the living room. But today we're gonna do some Baker Creek seeds, a couple gurneys, 3 different kinds of pickling cucumbers, Market More cucumber, some zucchini. We're going to do Chadwick cherry tomatoes, Bonnie's Best tomatoes, which is a beef tomato, and then we're going to do some paste tomatoes, some Amish paste. Those Amish paste, these here, make some great tomato sauce. Hopefully I got enough seed in here. If not, I got more downstairs. Gotta have the coffee. Alright, so let's get some more of this soil. I just cut the top of the bag open. You can see how fluffy, light this is. I'm hoping to put enough in here for both trays. Maybe I'll get lucky. So now I add water to this. This is going to take the majority of this gallon. You're going to mix it a little and then give it a little bit of time to soak up. Probably like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So it's been about 20 minutes or so. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's, just enough to kind of stick together. You don't have to go crazy. Alright, so let's do these first. So all we're going to do is fill these cells right now. Whoop, look at that. Accidents happen. That's why we're outside. Sometimes I do this in the kitchen if it's too cold out here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need some more, probably the rest of that bag, because I still gotta tamp these down a little bit. So we're definitely gonna need more. Alright, so I'm just gently spreading this around and gently pressing it down into the cells, because what's going to happen is this is all going to sink as the seedlings grow. I'm not pushing hard. It might look like it, but I'm not. I think I have just enough here. Alright. Alright, so I got my Sharpie. I got my little labels. Bought a couple thousand of those this year. Alright, why don't we start off, since we have the zucchini right here. So all I'm going to do is press them in. Usually I make a little hole, but a couple of these I'll double them up, thin them out as necessary. I'm gonna plant 6. I'm gonna start 6, but I'm only gonna plant like 3. I want to make sure I get good germination here, which I usually do. At Baker Creek, I'm usually real good germination. Sometimes, most of the time, 100%, depending on the seed. Okay, we're gonna mark those suckers. Alright, this is the Market More cucumber. So for these seeds are a little bit smaller. I'm gonna make a little Little impression here of the seed. And a couple of these I'm doubling up too, just in case I have some kind of failure, which happens from time to time. So even though the soil is wet, once I have everything planted, I'll actually water them in the house with a small watering can. So these are Market Cukes. So I bought these labels because I was having trouble keeping track of things once in a while. Alright, this is a Boston pickling cuke. I'm going to do the same thing for all the cucumbers. So I'm going to be doing a big batch of pickles this year, so I'm going to be planting as many pickling cucumber plants as I am cucumber plants. This is Boston pickling cuke. And as time goes on, I'll give you updates on all these seed startings. And so what you want, you don't need to pack them down, but you want soil contact with the seed. So I'll mark these as Boston pickle. I got birds, made a bird's nest on the top of my rabbit hutch. I like watching them fly in and out of there. Alright, so these are Gurney seeds. This is it's called a Daphne hybrid pickling cucumber. Never grew these before, but again, I like to try new things, different things every year. You never know, that's how you stumble onto your holy grail of seeds. Let me do my holes here first. And I'm only going about a 1/2 inch deep with these. And you notice I'm marking these as I do them, because I've got the worst memory in the world. Okay, these are Daphne cukes, pickling cukes. Okay, this one here is it's called the Pick a Little Hybrid from Gurney's. Got little T-Rex arms, so let's spin these around. So I'm actually starting way more pickles than I'm going to use, but I'll pick out the best. I'll try and actually plant like at least one of each variety. Alright, since I have one more cell, I think I'm going to do an extra Market More cucumber. Standard traditional cucumber. I plan on eating a lot of salads this year. I'm already down 24 pounds. I'm doing a little fasting. Fasting seems to be the only thing that works. Every couple weeks I do a reset, but whatever my calorie burn for the day is, and I monitor that with a Fitbit. So whatever that calorie burn is, I try and stay 50% of my calorie intake in my fasting window, and it's working. At the same time, I started losing weight a little bit fast, so I slowed it down a little bit. I don't want to lose it too fast. I know what happens to me when I do that. I'll end up binging, putting it right back on. Alright, so that's one. Put it out here so you guys can see it. Hopefully you can see that. Alright, let's get on to the tomatoes. So I'm going to do 2 cells of beef, 2 cells of paste, and might as well do 2 cells of cherry. I got friends who will take some of this stuff. And I plant a few plants for my mom over there too. Gonna have a cup of joe. Oh, the coffee's delicious. Now, as far as my tomato row, I can only plant 14 tomato plants. Same with the peppers. That's about what I need to be able to make tomato sauce, pasta sauce, and can it. I get plenty of tomatoes from that. Probably like 24 gallons of tomatoes in the freezer for when I go to do my sauce, which I'll do on video. I have a couple videos on it already if you go back and check. Hopefully I'm not getting ahead of myself here. So I'm coming up on retirement, and my original goal was to be able to walk out of the facility for the last time and turnkey in another state. I forget how small these tomato seeds are. Alright, these are the Bonnie's Best. These tomatoes, I grew these several years. These things are delicious. Bonnie's Best from Baker Creek. They make phenomenal BLTs. Alright, we'll do the paste. Now these seeds are from 2021. Now if anybody was paying attention, I did not do my main garden last season. So these are so small, so you almost can't help but put more than one seed in each thing. But I'm gonna just use these up this year because I have more in the basement, and there's still some more in here. Now these are all pretty fast growers. That's why I'm doing them. This is April 9th, day after the big what do you call it? What the hell you call it? Where the sun was blocked. For some reason I can't think of the eclipse. That's what I'm thinking of, eclipse. Seemed like some people were in a frenzy about that thing. So these I'm just going to write paste because I know they're Amish paste. These are pretty much what I've been using for my tomato sauce for the last 15 plus years. Okay, now we got these Chadwick cherries. So what I do is, as soon as I get done, like today, you know, and I plant all my varieties, get them started, I'll reorder seed for next season. I don't like to wait just in case something happens, emergencies, supply chain shortages, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to put extra ones in here, and I'll thin them out as they start to grow. But I always got people who want plants. I might even start charging for seedlings one of these days. I know one of my buddies, Steve, he was thinking he was going to grow only cherry tomatoes this year, so he'd probably take some of these. About $50 a plant, Steve. Just kidding. We're actually going to go over and till his garden pretty soon. Alright. So that's how I start my seeds. So now I'm going to take these in the house and I'm going to water them in. I'm going to actually, I'll do a quick spray bottle over the top to soak them, and then probably tomorrow I'll put some water in the trays so it'll bottom water. I have the best results with that. And I'll put the plastic solar covers on here, and that'll trap the moisture inside, and it helps with the starting of the seeds, and it also helps keeping the surface of the soil moist. You don't want that to dry out. Alright, so I'm just watering these tops with my spray bottle. Actually, I gotta get some more water in here. So I just want to saturate the top a little better. Alright, so one other thing I do is I spread a little ground cinnamon on here. This bottle kind of sucks. And this is a natural fungicide, and it'll help inhibit any larva, bug larva that's in the soil. It'll inhibit it to hatch. You can be slightly liberal with this. It ain't gonna bother nothing. It never hurts anything. It smells nice too. And it's relatively inexpensive. I mean, prices are up on some of this stuff, but okay, that's good enough. Getting right onto the germination station. Alright, I gotta get some of these tags down a little bit. Alright, these covers help keep things moist. And you only need to keep these on until you see germination. And as you can see, there's about an inch of space here. I like the deeper cells. I don't like the shallow ones because I normally transplant these directly into the soil, into the garden. All right, thanks for watching.